What's up, everybody? I'm coming to you guys live from Lebanon, Oregon. So it's right outside of Eugene, where we will be activating at the University of Oregon tomorrow. The school is having welcome back or back to school week. So all the hotels within a 40-mile radius were completely booked. So this is the closest thing that we could get to the school. So nonetheless, we conducted our site check for the day. It is a little gloomy and rainy here, and our Airbnb, while it's in a remote location, is pretty cool because we got apple trees in the back, and everybody around here seems to be nice and curious and wants to know, what's the thing with the Amazon truck. But we came in last night from Seattle at the University of Washington, and we activate tomorrow. And let me tell y'all, this soon-to-be 33-year-old body, hey, it don't bounce back like it used to be almost 10 years ago when I first started executing tours. And all my tour EXPs who've been executing tours for a while, you guys know, as you get a little older, that body starts to change a little bit. Them aches and pains, they don't go away as quick. But I love what I do, and I got up this morning, we conducted the site check, and I'm good, I'm excited, and I'm ready to execute our event tomorrow at the University of Oregon. Fortunately, we're going to be getting a lot of rain tomorrow, 60% chance of rain throughout the whole day. So we will see how this goes. But students are excited, and we're looking forward to a great event. So today, tip number 4, I wanted to talk about chiefs and Indians. I don't know if you guys have heard the saying before. Sometimes when you're working in corporate America, there can be too many chiefs and not enough Indians. So let me know in the comments, guys, have you heard this saying before? And I'm here to tell you, it applies in the experiential marketing industry, especially on site when you're executing an event. Oftentimes, there can be a lot of chiefs and not enough Indians, not enough people willing to take direction. And we're just going to speak on the strength of working in the team lead role. So when you are working in the experiential marketing industry and you begin your career as a brand ambassador and you find, I love doing this, how can I progress? How can I move up? One of the avenues many people take, is from brand ambassador to then team lead and moving into management opportunities. So the first test for many is, can I excel as a team lead? What does it take to be a great team lead? And okay, if I'm great at this, this would be a way for me to tell if I would be a great manager or how my management style would be or what I need to work on to be a great tour or in-market or regional manager, whatever your choice is. But I say this to say, oftentimes team leads forget the fact that, just because you are a lead, it doesn't mean you don't work. As a lead, you have to know your role and understand that it will vary from event to event. So if you are working as a team lead and you're executing an indoor event or a convention event, then you may just be, assigned for leading your team and making sure that everybody is in their assigned areas. But for the most part, when you are working as a team lead, you have some major responsibilities. One of which, making sure that you account for all your staff or all your EXPs, which will be executing the event. Whether you are given a staff list 24 hours prior, usually on our tour currently, we ask the team leads to confirm staff at least 24 hours prior so we can make sure that everybody is accounted for and will be executing the event. And we also reach out as the tour managers to the lead so that they have a direct line of communication with us. But as a team lead, it's important that you account for all your staff, that you make sure that you are able to manage their breaks and set up everybody's breaks times throughout the activation. Because usually standard, it's 15 to 30 minutes, 15 or 30 minutes or both, depending on the duration of the activation that EXPs are allowed to have throughout the activation. You are there to make sure that everybody checks in, that they're accounted for. You have to also communicate, any changes with the account manager or the staffing coordinator, which hired you to execute the event. And you have to also communicate those issues with the tour manager. So if a brand ambassador is no longer available or they do not show up the day of the event and you don't have backups, communicating this information in a timely manner is important, and especially to the individuals on site, so that they can go ahead and plan and adjust accordingly, or find backups and replacements as needed. But you also have to make sure that you take care of your team, and that you are on your A game and you bring the energy. Not to mention, you are there to work as well. So just because you are a team lead, it doesn't negate you from having to still work and activate and learn the key talking points and be knowledgeable on the different aspects going on inside of an event. Oftentimes, brand ambassadors call out. Brand ambassadors have emergencies on site and they have to go home. And as a team lead, you have to be willing and able to step in and fulfill those positions. And oftentimes, that team lead serves as the filler when brand ambassadors have to take their breaks. So it's important when you're working as a team lead, if you have to learn any brand product information or be familiar with the different aspects of a footprint, that you take the time to do so, because you may be placed in those positions. Don't come on site with the entitlement mentality, thinking that you don't have to work, that you don't have to lift anything, that you don't have to assist with labor. If you were hired as a lead to work as a lead and also work as a labor staff or a runner as well, then come on site and assist with labor. Don't just stand around and watch other EXPs, females, pick up things, especially if you're a male team lead and you see other females picking up things and they're struggling and you're just standing there watching. Offer to come help or to assist, because you are being paid to assist with labor and act as a lead as well. Prime example on our tour, we've had some great team leads who come in, they understand what their roles are, they get all the brand ambassadors situated for the event, they check everyone in, they make sure they have the t-shirts and the uniforms that they need, because I take the time to lay out all of our attire by size so everybody will be efficient and be organized. So they make sure that everybody is good to go, and then I take the time to train everybody on every station in our footprint, because you never know when someone will need to step in and take breaks and facilitate those areas. So the lead is well versed on that. I work directly with them. I communicate what my expectations are, and as a lead, they are expected to also communicate that with the team as well. Now, I've had great leads and I have not so great leads. Leads which come on site, stand around, don't think they're supposed to do anything, don't think they're supposed to communicate with staff. When I ask them, okay, Steve, how many more brand ambassadors are we waiting on? Because I want to go ahead and start training. And you tell me, hold on, let me check, let me call. No, you have to be on your A game. You have to be calling the staff prior, making sure that they have the directions and they know where they're going, and that they will be here at the scheduled time to execute the event. Because as I stated before, there are a lot of other elements and moving parts and pieces going on, and making sure that the staff is squared away and that they are confirmed for the activation is important. Also, as a team lead, don't be afraid to engage with consumers. If you have to step in and work as a brand ambassador because a brand ambassador does not show up, then you are working as a BA. So you are expected to engage with consumers, to smile, to bring the energy, and to have fun. Not just talk to the tour managers or the tour team and not set up scheduled breaks. You shouldn't be coming to the managers asking us, okay, how should I break people, or how do you want me to break people, or when should I start breaks? No, you have the scheduled number of EXPs that will be executing the event. You know the activation times, whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. So you go ahead and you work with the brand ambassadors to schedule the breaks accordingly, and you communicate that to the tour manager as well, or you communicate what your plans are prior with the tour manager, and then you go ahead and you schedule the breaks accordingly. So these are just some of the things as a team lead that you have to be mindful of, that you have to be cognizant of if you're looking to go ahead and execute those roles and those positions. You have to be able to work with the tour managers, the assistant tour managers, the production managers, to make sure that you are meeting all the goals for that particular activation, and that the brand ambassadors, whether it's signing up 100 consumers or 50 consumers, making sure that they have the energy, that they are engaging, and that they are put in the best positions to succeed. I talked about this yesterday. If you have a EXP who is not really good with consumers or good with client facing, you know, you have to identify that early and put them in a area where they won't have to, you know, engage with the client as much or engage with consumers as much. So as a team lead, you know, it seems like, you know, I'm a manager, you know, this is great because I don't really have to work. No, there is still work involved, and you have to step in and make the necessary adjustments and make the necessary changes and communicate that to the tour managers or the assistant tour managers who are on site. So I made my little cheat sheet. I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. Manage breaks, check everyone in. You are there to work as well. And again, guys, like, yes, I understand you are getting more. You're getting paid more than the brand ambassadors, and you may feel like you don't have to work as hard, but there's still work involved, and you have to make sure that you are able and you're willing to manage your team accordingly. If you don't understand what is required of you, communicate that with the staffing manager who hired you for the activation prior. If you have questions prior to the event with regards to the setup or the location or the logistics or parking, making sure that everybody gets reimbursed for parking, you know, those are things that you communicate with the staffing coordinator or the account manager prior. Oftentimes when you're working as a team lead, you may be given a contact to the tour manager who will be on site, and at that particular point in time, it is then your duty, you know, hopefully that tour manager will reach out to you, but you need to speak with them as well to ensure that you are all set for the activation the next day. So tip number 4, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Understand your role as a team lead, be willing and able to step in. And yeah, you may think that you are a chief and you're just leading and you don't have to work, but you have to step in and be an Indian as well and be willing and able to assist and adjust as needed. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here because we got a long activation. Well, not too long, but we start preparing for our event and for our event tomorrow at the University of Oregon. So enjoy the rest of your day. Weekend's coming up. Make sure you guys are safe executing your events, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.